Hello everyone. This is at the bottom of the article of about children getting baptized. The ability to understand the difference between right and wrong, and then to choose to do what is right. A Christian who is discerning to make decisions that will help to strengthen his relationship with God. The reason I put this part up first is because how would any of us to know what's right and wrong before we choose to become a Jehovah's Witness if we have done no research to determine if Jehovah's Witnesses are Christians, determine if Jehovah's Witnesses is the only religion out there that teaches what the Bible teaches. Now, choosing to get baptized before you find all this stuff out first, it will make no sense, because if you know the consequences in front of you, how this can destroy your life, your family life, the people you get to know as a Jehovah's Witness, and if you're a teenager, your relationships with your friends will cease to exist. Because when you start to do the right thing and wanting to leave this false Christian to become a true Christian, that is to make the right choice of doing real research and find out why there are so many Jehovah's Witnesses is leaving Watchtower and all their doctrines, false policies, their cover-ups, and many other things. People, I want you to listen how they view for children at a young age to get baptized. They even use Daniel as an example. It never mentioned that Daniel was baptized before he was drugged and taken to Babylonian and basically to help Nebuchadnezzar in different situations that God chosen Daniel about the predictions to Nebuchadnezzar in some of his dreams. So if you think you're dreaming that this is the right religion, you're badly mistaken. So let's get into this, and we're going to break it down, and then you can determine yourself, did you make the right decision by getting baptized and to join this dangerous cult? Well, we say this is what it is because we was in this dangerous cult, this false religion, when we was Jehovah's Witnesses. So let's get started.
What is maturity? And how does all this state that quality? How can you tell if the decision to get baptized comes from your heart? What is dedication? And how is it related to baptism? This article and the following one are written for young people who want to get baptized. 1. 2. What gives God's people joy today? B. How can Christian parents and elders help young ones to understand the meaning of baptism? I have known you since you were born, said an elder to 12-year-old Christopher, and I'm happy to hear that you want to get baptized. I would like to ask you, why do you want to take that step? That elder had good reasons for asking the question. It gives us much joy to see thousands of young people get baptized every year. Ecclesiastes 12:1. But Christian parents and elders in the congregation want to make sure that young ones make their own decision and understand what it means to get baptized.
First of all, every children that I remember, elders encourage you to get baptized. Elders are encouraging parents to get children baptized, because it would look nice in the mystical school for children who give parts will be baptized before they give talks. It would just make more sense. Let's continue.
2. In the Bible, we learn that dedication and baptism are the start of a new life for a Christian.
No, it is not a start of a new life, because if you do not have the full knowledge, I mean the total full knowledge of this religion, of this dark side that you have not learned in the meetings or at the circuit assembly, the reason why there's people protesting against this religion, why people are making videos on this religion, and the news, the media, everything tell how evil and corrupt this religion is. So you need to learn before you make the worst mistake of your life, getting baptized.
This new life will bring many blessings from Jehovah, but also opposition from Satan. Proverbs 10:22. What?
No, Satan would not be upset if you got baptized. Matter of fact, Satan wants every person to dedicate themselves to this false religion, dedicate themselves to this false God Jehovah. He loves it. There's no way he would be upset.
1 Peter 5:8. That is why Christian parents must take time to teach their children what it really means to be a disciple of Christ. When young ones do not have Christian parents, elders in the congregation will lovingly help them to understand what it means to be dedicated and baptized. Read.
Yeah, I imagine elders do. But here's the problem. I wish none of the elders would be baptized, because there have been over so many cases of child molesting in this religion, and most of them are elders. So elders are breaking their own promise that they have turned away their badness to become a Christian and would not do harm to anyone, any children, when they got dedicated to become an elder and a member of Jehovah's Witness.
Luke 14:27-30. Just as it takes preparation to complete a building project, young ones must prepare before they get baptized so that they can serve Jehovah faithfully to the end. Matthew 24:13. What will help young ones to be determined to serve Jehovah forever? Let us see. 3. What do the words of Jesus and Peter teach us about the importance of baptism? Matthew 28 hours and 19 minutes. 20. 1 Peter 3:21. B. What questions will we consider? And why? 3. Are you a young person who wants to get baptized? If so, that is an excellent goal. It is a great honor to be baptized as one of Jehovah's Witnesses.
No, it is not an honor to be baptized as a Jehovah's Witness. You have dedicated your life to Satan the devil. You have dedicated your life to Watchtower. You dedicated your life to 7 men claiming they are the channel to Christ and his Father. Your dedication is to worship Satan the devil. Your dedication is to learn the lies to keep you away from the real truth, to gain real Bible knowledge. That is the part of this dedication, to keep you on the dark side of Satan's organization when you baptize yourself as a Jehovah's Witness.
It is also something a Christian must do, and it is a vital step for those who will be saved during the Great Tribulation. Matthew 28 hours.
And another thing, getting baptized is not going to give you, you gain salvation to make it through Armageddon. People, if you want to get there, then you need to do research on Jehovah's Witnesses. Because I know if I want to live forever, I would have to choose, just like it shows on here, choose to do what's right or what is wrong. And to do what's wrong, I would have to stay in Jehovah's Witnesses religion. If I want to worship Satan the devil, I would have to stay in this false religion. Because that is the goal to be a Jehovah's Witness. To obey Satan's representatives. You know them as the governing body, what we call the evil slave class, because no good slave would deceive and lie to his fellow brothers and sisters. So we know the governing body is truly called the evil slave.
And 19 minutes. 20. 1 Peter 3:21. When you get baptized, you show that you have promised to serve Jehovah forever. You really want to keep that promise. So the following questions will help you to see if you are ready for baptism. 1. Am I mature enough to make the decision? 2. Do I have a personal desire to do so? 3. Do I understand what it means to be dedicated to Jehovah? Let us discuss those questions when you are mature enough. 4. 5. Why is baptism not for older people only? B. What does it mean for a Christian to be mature? For the Bible does not say that only those who are older or who have reached a specific age can get baptized. We read at Proverbs 20:11, even a child is known by his actions, whether his behavior is pure and right. So even a child can understand what it means to do what is right and to be dedicated to his.
How can a child know what is right when his parents is in a false religion? His parents is in a dangerous cult because they're not teaching him what is right from wrong because they are too lazy to pick up their devices and find proof that would support if they're in the real truth. But there's so much evidence out there to prove that this is not a religion that God would choose or Christ would represent any false religion or any cult out there that has destroyed the Bible's teaching, destroyed the Bible by changing the doctrines around to fit the religion. That's what Jehovah's Witnesses Bible is to do, is to keep them blinded from the true light and keep them in total darkness when they're using their Bibles. It's written for them to be in total darkness and not to gain the true light within a profound, polluted book, what they call a Bible.
His Creator. Thus, baptism is an important and appropriate step for a young person who has proved to be mature and has made a dedication to Jehovah. Proverbs 20:7. 5. What does it mean to be mature? Maturity does not always refer to a person's age or physical growth. The Bible says that mature people have trained their powers of discernment to know the difference between right and wrong. Hebrews 5:14.
When a person is born in this cult, all he knows what he thinks what is right, what he's been taught to be right. Is that fair, honest watchtower that they know from right from wrong when you deliberately hiding the right truth to set all Jehovah's Witnesses free from this false religion? How dare you ask a child what's right from wrong when you deliberately hide the truth from them?
A mature person knows what is right and has decided in his heart to do it, so he cannot easily be influenced to do what is wrong, and he does not always need someone else to tell him to do what is right. It is reasonable to expect that a young person who gets baptized will do what is right even when his parents or other adults are not around. Compare Philippians 2:12, 6, 7. Describe the challenges Daniel had when he was in Babylon. B. How did Daniel prove to be mature? 6. Can a young person really show that type of maturity? Consider the example of Daniel. He may have been a teen.
But the problem is here, Daniel was picked by God for the position that he was in. There is no Jehovah's Witnesses children can be on the right path of Daniel when they are on the wrong side of the real truth. So people, this shows how corrupt Watchtower is. Let's continue.
Teenager when he was taken from his parents and sent to Babylon. Suddenly, Daniel lived among people who did not obey God's commands. But let us look at Daniel's situation a little closer.
Obeying. Daniel was with people that was not serving the true God. What about your members? What about your family in the watchtower? They're not serving the true God. They're not doing what the Bible says to get out of this false religion. Come on, people, wake up.
Oh, sir. He was treated as someone special in Babylon. He was one of a few young people who were carefully chosen to serve the king. Daniel 1, 3-5, 13. It seems that Daniel had a better position in Babylon than he would ever have had in Israel. 7. So how did young Daniel react? Did he allow the people of Babylon to change him or weaken his faith? Not at all. The Bible says that while in Babylon, Daniel decided in his heart that he would not defile himself, that he would stay away from anything connected to false worship. Daniel 1, 8. That showed real maturity. A mature young person does not act like a friend of God at the Kingdom Hall but a friend of the world at school. See paragraph 8. 8. What can you learn from Daniel's example? 8. What can you learn from Daniel's example? A mature young person will be firm in his beliefs, even in difficult situations. He will not be like a chameleon, the lizard that changes color depending on its environment. He does not act like a friend of God at the Kingdom Hall but a friend of the world at school. Rather, he will stay faithful even when he is tested. Read Ephesians 4:14, 15. A mature young person will be firm in his beliefs, even in difficult situations. 9, 10. How might a young person benefit from thinking about how he or she has reacted to recent tests of faith? B. What does baptism mean? 9. Of course, no one is perfect. Young people as well as adults sometimes make mistakes. Ecclesiastes 7:20. But if you want to get baptized, it would be wise to find out how determined you are to obey Jehovah's commands. Ask yourself, have I obeyed Jehovah over a period of time? Think about how you reacted the last time your faith was tested. Were you able to decide what the right thing to do was? Like Daniel, has someone encouraged you to use your talents in Satan's world? When something like this is tempting for you, are you able to understand what Jehovah's will is? Ephesians 5:17, 10. Why is it important to know the answers to those personal questions? Because they will help you to see how serious baptism really is. Baptism shows others that you have made an important promise to Jehovah. You promise that you will love him and serve him forever with your whole heart. Mark 12:30.
This is where I'm going to stop. I've got a little bit more left, but this is where I'm going to stop. If this part was near this point is really in the hearts of every Jehovah Witness, then why is there so many people commit adultery, fornication, drinking, child abuse, everything else? People, this can't be an organization built on lies if it was the truth. When you dedicate yourself, you promise you was going to leave the bad things out of your life and do not make new evil sins after you get baptized. So this is the point. What baptism is. It's a setup to force you to believe their rules or regulations. Because after that, when you dedicate yourself, you have stabbed yourself in your back so many times, and you cannot blame no one except yourself. Because you see videos like this and you pretend like it's nothing but a lie, but you're living a lie and you're stabbing yourself in the back by not doing no research. Thank you. Y'all have a wonderful day.